Heard on Jersey issues that matter most to you. Call Jersey Central with Bert Barron now at 732-545-9282 or toll free at 888-545-9282. Your state, your home, your voice. Jersey Central with Bert Barron on the new Talk Radio 1450 WCTC.
7:09, it's hour number 2 of Jersey Central on the new Talk Radio 1450 WCTC, the voice of Central Jersey, back inside the Forge Jeweler Studios, and great to have you here. We'll do our contest coming up shortly. Tickets to see Celtic Woman at the State Theater in downtown New Brunswick. The show is Tuesday, December 6th, 8 p.m. Tickets on sale now, statetheaternj.org. Your chance to win some free tickets coming up very soon, all right? Well, NJTV, they're calling for poems, and they're looking for people to submit stories of addiction, treatment, and recovery for some special programming that they're doing. And joining me now on the Jersey Central Newsmaker Hotline to talk about what this is about, the communications director of NJTV, who has been a good friend since day one of the rebrand of when NJN became NJTV. We have Deborah Falk, who is joining us here this morning. Hey, Deborah, it's Bert Barron. How are you?
I'm doing great, Bert. Thanks so much for having us on.
Always wonderful to speak with you. And we're going to bring on one of the poets in just a moment here. But talk about what Healthy New Jersey, New Jersey's drug addiction crisis is all about. What are you hoping to accomplish?
Well, earlier this year, we launched the Community Engagement Initiative to really tackle the heroin, opioid epidemic and overdose crisis here in New Jersey. As you and your listeners unfortunately know, it's a huge problem in the state. New Jersey is 3 times the number of overdose deaths as the national average. So we really wanted to do boots on the ground tackling of the issue. So we launched a series of town halls, which we've done up and down the state, from Atlantic City up to Newark, New Brunswick, as well as Toms River, and really started one-on-one conversation with the community. We've also launched a website, njDrugCrisis.org, with the help of the Healthcare Foundation of New Jersey, a large grant from the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation, and provide resources that way to the community as another way of extending our reach. Now, with the help of the Geraldine R. Dodge Foundation, we are taking it a step further and taking that outreach in a more creative fashion. We partnered with the Center for Investigative Reporting, which kind of takes a unique look at investigative reporting and ways to incorporate the arts. And they said, why don't we talk about trying to get people to express their experiences in poems, because you can talk statistics for addiction, you can talk about the way it's affected families, but there's a certain way that creative expression will enable people to really tell their story. So that's what we're doing. We're doing a call for poems. People can write in. We have submit right to that website that I just told you about, njDrugCrisis.org/poems, and tell their story in the creative way and a very personal way that we haven't really touched yet. So I'm looking forward to hearing people's perspectives.
Love the idea. I'm going to put that link up on our Facebook fan page shortly, Deborah, too, to make it nice and easy for people to get to. But I was talking to an officer in Monmouth County over the weekend. He says, Bert, you wouldn't believe, just when you think you're starting to turn a corner, there's just kind of gets worse and worse. And maybe a project like this, Deborah, will kind of bring it out to the forefront a little bit more and get people talking again about this and realizing just what an epidemic this is here in our state.
Well, there are so many different perspectives on it, and people aren't always willing to just call up and talk to a radio show like yours or sit in a town hall session like one that we've hosted, and they're too shy to tell their story. But maybe through poetry, they're able to at least tap into that a little bit. That's what we're hoping anyway.
Yeah, I want to bring in a local poet who is part of this project as well. Her name is Griselle Acosta, and she's joining us now also on the Jersey Central Newsmaker Hotline. Griselle, good morning. It's Bert Barron here with Deborah Falk from NJTV. How are you?
Great. Good morning, Bert. Good morning, Deborah.
Good to have you with us. Talk about your involvement in this project, Griselle, and what it means to you.
Well, the Dodge Foundation and the CIR, as Deborah mentioned, they gave me a call and asked me to attend one of the town halls. I did attend the one in Newark, and I just kind of listened in, and they asked me to respond to the information, the testimonies, and I wrote a couple of poems, and they were debuted at the Geraldine Dodge Foundation's Poetry Festival just a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, it meant quite a bit to me. I hadn't really realized how much this problem had affected me. I have friends, I have family who have definitely been in bad situations because of the opioid push by pharmaceutical companies. Definitely that leads to heroin use. And of course, many of us have been affected by addiction in other ways, not necessarily that epidemic, but it's something that it's touched every family. So it's actually something that I hadn't written about in my work, which I find incredible, the denial that some of us carry with us. So it really, it was good for me as well. It was good for me to kind of just be able to express that. And I think that the folks at the event at the Dodge Foundation who heard the work, they definitely felt a sense of relief and camaraderie, and tons of us were talking to each other afterwards. So I think it's a really good project.
Yeah, I agree. And Deborah Falk from NJTV, this is a year-long initiative, right? This is just sort of the start of things that are going on. This is going to be a year-long project that this is part of, right?
Actually, it's been a year-long project,
Okay.
And what we're doing is we're getting ready to wind down. We're planning another event for December, and that's still very much in the works. But what we're hoping to do is extend the life through the website, and then we'll see what 2017 brings.
Yeah, that should be interesting, and I really like this project, and I will put a link, njDrugCrisis.org. We'll put that up on our Facebook page where people can just go ahead and submit their original work. But a great project and great for New Jersey to kind of get some healing going on, so I appreciate that. So, Griselle, thank you. Great to meet you. Thank you for being on the show this morning, all right?
It was great to be here. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. And Deborah Falk, as always, great to hear from you, and good luck with this project, and I'm sure we'll talk to you again soon, too, okay?
Thanks so much, Bert. Take good care.
All right, you too. Thank you. All right, my guest on the Jersey Central Newsmaker Hotline.